That's right, folks. It's time for another Switch wish list, and we are doing none other than Fallout this time. And let's face it, while there is one Fallout game on the Switch, who wouldn't want to see better Fallout games? Or more exactly, a good chunk of the history of the series. And, well, that's pretty cool. I gotta admit, there'd be a lot of them too. Now, first of all, let's get one thing straight. There are some distribution differences between Fallout 1, 2, and Tactics compared to the rest of the series, which I have right here. While I would love to see those come to my console so I could play them, I can understand why they don't. You know, just little stuff. But either way, it would be cool. Now, however, even though I would love to have those games, in fact, I would love to see them also come to the PS5, the Scarlet, and maybe a new generation for PCs, and even the PS4 and X1. But likelihood of it happening is slim to none. However, the other games, since Bethesda loves to put stuff on the Switch, despite their current problems, is a different story. So let's start first with an oldie but goodie, Fallout 3. Now this game is great. Game of the Year edition. I have this also on my X1, but I gotta admit, everything the PS3 is at least on one disc. This game is older, but it would definitely work for the Switch. I think they could really put it on the Switch, and if they put it on the Switch with the Scarlet and the PS5 on the way, they could also digitally remaster this copy right here as well, and they could do that with all the others. So now that we've got 3 out of the way, let's move to the one that everybody wants them to redo, especially with the Outer Worlds out, Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition. And I have this for both my PS3 and my Xbox One and the 360, and it's great. Look, 360 and Xbox One, and oh shit, you can barely make it out. I hate that. Still, and remember, this is the costume right here that they have put into Fallout First, which is terrible. This one looks so much better than the one they put into the online game. And as you can see here, we have disc 1, disc 2. It's all pretty good. Thank you, Bethesda, for doing this, by the way, and Xbox, because at least I can play 3 in New Vegas on the Xbox One. Another reason to love that system. Here's the one game, though, that I think everybody would like. Now, some people are still mad about it, but they admit it's still a good game, and that is Fallout 4. Now, I'm happy to own this game and to be a great fan, and again, I have this on both my systems. That's right, it's a game I'll play on both systems, and there's a few others like that. And it's just great. I mean, look at that. In fact, I love having physical copies of both these games. And as you can tell, yes, it is in my Xbox One right now. I love that different background too, in fact. Oh, that's cool. You can see the red rocket in the background. That's great. Unfortunately, now that brings us to the one game I absolutely hope will never end up on the Switch or will be redone at all. Even though I still play it from time to time, I have to admit, even I'm starting to lose interest, and that is 76. Oh, man. Bethesda, what were you thinking? And this is such a nice edition, too, by the way. Let's just show it off real quick. You have, that. Then you have, this right here with, a little... At least they're little booklets, even though they're really smaller in color, for crying out loud. And check this out. You got the Our Future Begins, November 14th. So, in a few days, this will actually be a year old. It's not even a year old already. So I'll be pretty impressed and all that stuff. And I did get the tertiary edition, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I forget. But I liked the game. I was really hoping it would be single player, or they would at least give you a single player option, and they never did. But, to be fair, it's not going to be a good game for the Switch. I think it would have too many problems. There's too much stuff going on in the environment. There are too many variables. Too much of any one thing happening. And then there are just the bug issues. And remember that porting anything over to a new console, especially one like the Switch here, is going to be difficult. I would not want to risk it. Even many games right here are showing signs that they had to have serious work done. And I know that Bethesda knows the system in and out, and so do some of their companies like Saber, Panic Button. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right, and a few others. But again, it's just, this is the one game I don't think would ever come. The others, I would love it if they came. Not just because of how much fun they were. Sorry, my costume caught my arm. How much fun they are, but how great they are. There's also a couple of other games in the Fallout universe that I'm not too sure about. I know there was this Brotherhood of Steel thing, I think, for the PS2 and the Xbox, and I know it was on the PS2. But they're the only games I don't know anything about. And from what I hear, they weren't really well received by the fan base. I can understand. But these games, along with all their DLC, and in a couple of the cases, modding abilities, would be great for the Switch. Just saying. It would be great. But the likelihood of it happening is slim to none. Still, this would make a hell of a list for anyone to get on the Switch. And especially with me, I'd love to have Fallout 4 on the go. And I'd love to have New Vegas on the go as well. I would love to take New Vegas wherever I want to go. I can't do that right now. That's a real disappointment. I hope that Bethesda and Obsidian, as well as Nintendo, could come to a deal to do this. I mean, Obsidian's putting The Outer Worlds on the Switch. You can't put New Vegas on? Just saying. But I'll say it, this is still a better game than Anthem. I have to put that in. Not only because I did the Versus Anthem thing, but just because of a few things. With that being said, this would be a nice series to see on the Switch. And I think anybody would be happy with it. But we're going to have to wait and see. I mean, we got Skyrim at least. I got to get that game again, too. I gave it away to a friend. He needed it more than I did. Still, great games. The Switch is definitely worth it. So, with that being said, guys, leave a comments down and even potential games you would like to see, both from Bethesda and other companies, and I'll see what I can do. I'll see you guys later. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Have fun.